Hey guys, it's Randy Patrick here, Short Sale Cash Connection. Hope you're doing well. A little bit more discussion today on Litigate-The-Lender, the product I've been trying to convince you guys to jump on with over the past few weeks. And here's the scoop here. I actually have made a mistake. I've underestimated the actual I guess you could say opportunity that we have with this. And, I like, as you know, I'm into statistics and numbers and stuff like that. I want to make sure that whatever I'm talking about and however or whichever way I'm positioning my business, that there's going to be juice there and I'm going to have an opportunity to, hit, the masses and make sure that this is definitely going to work. So I was looking at some articles, in the fall and saw that there's this website called Hope Now. And here's where it is. So it's hopenow.com, and it's basically, it's solutions for homeowners. So if homeowners are facing issues with their mortgage, they can go to this website here, get information as to who to call, what to do, etc. Free face-to-face mortgage help, etc. Whatever it is, it's got information to help them get through it and guide them, which is great. Now, they have a whole news and data section here, which is what we're going to look at. So obviously there's press releases, industry data, state data, whatever. So I've already got this pulled up here. And this is a report that they put out roughly every quarter. So this really ends the year of 2015. So you can see it's December 2015. And there's a lot of information there. But what I want to do is show you the potential. We'll talk about end user benefactor clients. So the people who can benefit from Hope Now, or not just Hope Now, the Litigate-The-Lender program, which is the homeowner. All right. And we talk about how many of them have done short sales and have done loan mods, etc. And I'm going to, obviously do a little bit more discussion on this in my upcoming webinar for all this. But for right now, I want to give you guys a quick snapshot. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go down here and do a quick look at what's called life-to-date solutions. So if you take a look at the screen here, what we've got is, this is basically loan modification. So if you take a look at the left-hand side here, we've got HAMP, permanent mods, trial mods, proprietary modifications. Those would be something that's offered not by the government, but by the individual lender themselves when their client calls in, and other workout plans completed, non-HAMP. So HAMP is government stuff. Other workout plans, could be, different payment plans, different modifications, whatever they're trying to offer to their clients. Now, so this basically is kind of what we're looking at here. Now, if you take a look at workout plans, etc., we're talking, how many were actually done as far as solutions. So these are people who actually, I guess you could say, went through the process and did get a solution. So this is only tracking, we'll say, positive experience. And you take a look at 2011, 3.6 million people went through this process. Look at 2012, 3 million people. 2013, 2.6 million. 2014, 1.8 million. 2015, 1.4 million. So these are successful solutions. And for me, what that means is that there was a successful solution, and therefore the attempt was made. So therefore there is something for us to audit and see if there were violations in the process. All right. So that's kind of the interesting thing that we got going on here. So just this one screen here, we're looking at what about 6, 6.6, 8.6, 9.2, 10.2, 11, about 12.5 million people over the past 5 years went through solutions that were successful. That's a huge number of people. Now, you know what? It doesn't include people who attempted solutions but were not successful. So that's an unknown number here. I don't know what that number is going to be, but if we've got 12 million people here, okay, that's a great starting point. So think about that. I was talking before, about, a few million here and there. This is a huge number now. So this is just the Litigate-The-Lender stuff. This is just the loan mod type area here. Okay, so we're looking at a significant number of workout plans and solutions. We go down a little bit here, and which I want to show you is this guy, and it breaks things down to proprietary, non-proprietary, HAMP, whatever, workout plans, all these great things. But when you take a look at some other information, which we're not capturing, and it's difficult to capture, is the foreclosure information. So here is foreclosure starts. So part of the process which is difficult, is that, depending on where you live and whether your state's judicial or trustee state, your foreclosure process can be different. And again, the lenders don't necessarily file foreclosure until a certain period of time has passed. Even though they can do it after 120 days, often they don't. So what we have here is foreclosure starts over the years. These are foreclosure filings for the past number of years. Now, obviously for us, we talked about short sales applicable going 2 years back. But this is where the numbers get a little bit difficult to decipher. But I'm trying to put things in process here for you. So basically, if you look at 2015, the year that just passed, okay, we've got 704,000, foreclosure starts. So those are 704,000 plus people that have been filed a notice that we're going to take your property away, for lack of better words. Well, that's 704,000 opportunities, because any sort of loss mitigation or short sale done within that time frame, guess what? That's applicable. 2014, same thing, 841,000 plus. Anything that was done in that time frame is applicable. Now we go back into 2013, all right? Well, you know what? You could have been filed foreclosure in 2013, but you didn't actually start your short sale or your loan mod, whatever it is, until after that date. So, we have to assume that a portion of these people, can apply to the Litigate-The-Lender program, because, just because they got filed foreclosure doesn't mean that they're not, before the time frame of short sales, etc. Doesn't mean that they can't be applied. Now, we all know in a judicial state, you could have, 2 years in some cases, if not more, that people sat in their properties and didn't do any sort of form of loss mitigation towards the end. So that's kind of where it gets vague. So, I could say that maybe, if we're conservative, maybe 50% of the people in 2013, are applicable for Litigate-The-Lender. And maybe going to 2012, okay, why don't we take, 40%? All right, and believe it or not, in 2011, there are still people that I can see that, they're still in their property, and it's been 4 or 5 years now. So there's a portion of people here that you could say are applicable for Litigate-The-Lender. So just because they filed in these years, they could do nothing for 2 or 3 years, then try their loss mitigation, which typically that's how it works, all right? You don't do loss mitigation until you're forced to or your desperation sets in. So that's what we're looking at here. So I just want to let you know that the statistics are out there, and I was talking about like a couple million, 3 million people. The way I look at it now, I think it's way bigger than that. Clearly, there's going to be your plus or minus here, and we're never going to get absolute statistics, because quite frankly, nobody actually, I guess you could say, tabulates them all. This is from a government site, and their information is only going to be so good, and we're not going to get all the foreclosure starts and all the short sales and this and that, because a lot of that is not something that people are capturing as far as data is concerned. But when we're looking at this, already I can say, okay, about 1.5 million potential deals for 2014 and 15. Let's take half of that for 2013. That's 600,000 right there. So we've now got 2.1 million. Let's take about 40% or 30% 2012. So we're talking 400,000 more. So we're already at 3 million here, and a bit from 2011. So we're over 3 million, adding to the previous number. All right. So we're well over 10 million. All right. That's how I look at it. And what we're not even factoring is 2016. So if you can see, foreclosure starts for the past 3 months at the end of the year, we've got 55,000, 46,000, 54,000. So let's just say, for grins here, let's make it an even 50,000. All right. So let's just estimate. So if we do 50,000 times 12, that's going to be 600,000 for 216. So we're talking about maybe 4 million, opportunities that people can jump on Litigate-The-Lender. And they can use the program as, beneficiaries, homeowners, borrowers, whatever you want to say. They can benefit from our service, which is great. So that's what I wanted to show you guys, is the fact that, it's tough, and it's tough to read, and the information's all over the place. But this is, I think, the best we're going to get with this Hope Now site. And basically here, you can actually go on and take a look at it yourself. So you can look at the numbers. They break it down into proprietary and, prime versus subprime, whatever. This is all interesting information, but for us, we want to look at just kind of like the numbers, okay? So in other words, the foreclosure starts because those are bona fide potential opportunities to get working on. The completed loan mods and workout programs, that is things that have been done, and they, it's been success. So they, a client or a customer has gone through the process, so therefore there is something to audit. So that's a good number there. And then there's that unknown number. So how many people went and did a loan mod, but it was denied or it failed. I mean, that's where you hear all the horror stories. So let's just say conservatively, I think we're well over 10 million people across the country that can benefit from this program that we can deliver to them as homeowners and borrowers. So that's very, very powerful. So I'm more than excited about this, as you can tell. And I think that this has a lot of opportunity. I keep talking about that word. I know I use that word. I beat it down to death. But guess what? It is what it is. I mean, the more connections I make, the more people go, interesting, and they come out of the woodwork now. And it's like, yeah, I'll try it. Or, this applies to me as well, too, which is great. So my point to you is that to do this doesn't take a lot of effort. You just need to know where to look. And people are out there. It's not like you're looking through a needle in a haystack saying, hey, who did anybody do a loan mod? Anybody do a short sale over these time frames we're talking about here? No, a lot of people did. This is proof positive. Millions of people across the country got into the problems and is still in problems. So I'm, even though we're talking, we're looking at 2015 and back in time, there's still 2016 going forward. So that's what I'm saying. There's still stuff happening, and there's still people that you can attract and attach to and can help them recover some sort of funds from their lender, banker, servicer for the poor performance they went through and the violations and the not meeting various service metrics, etc. So this is very interesting. I hope that you see it this way as well too. Very, very. When I saw this, I was like, wow, there's so much available here, and this is why I think you need to get in on this, because I just go, I could build my entire business around this concept right now. And for my personal clients, I think I told you when I found out about this, when I investigated it, when I brought people on. Well, guess what? Now a lot of my clients, I've gone through the audit phase, they're finding violations, and then they've moved to the litigation phase. So this is really kind of cool. We're going to start seeing some success on this very, very shortly. But again, look at the numbers here. We're talking probably conservatively 10 million people need what we have to offer. And not a heck of a lot of people are out there doing this. So that's what I want you to keep in mind. So anyway, I'm glad you listened to this video. If you have any questions, call my office, all right? I think you need to jump on this. There's a link on the email to click to get this program right now. It's something that I really believe that the quicker you get in, the quicker you establish your position and your business in this interesting and unique marketplace, the better the rewards will be financially and other deals. And don't forget, though, too, this is there's no risk here. You're not buying property, selling property, going into contract, having to close, having to get financing or capital investment, rehabbing, flipping. This is nothing but two questions, right? Two simple questions. Have you attempted a short sale or a loan mod in the past couple of years? And if the answer yes, guess what? Well, you know what? If I had a way to show you that you could possibly recover some money in lieu of the poor service levels that your lender, bank, servicer gave to you during that loss mitigation time frame, would you be interested in talking to me and looking at this? And virtually everybody's going to say yes. So it's a win-win situation. It's the easiest sell you're ever going to do in the real estate market. So please, I implore you, jump on this. Don't pass up the opportunity. All right? Looking forward to working with you on this.